You will listen to Jungian ideas about the deeper layer of unconsciousness. It is called collective unconscious, and its content is known as archetypes. The student asked, "What is an archetype, Master?" The wise master answered, "The collective unconscious consists of the sum of the instincts and their correlates, the archetypes. Just as everybody possesses instincts, so it also possesses a stock of archetypal images." The student looked a bit puzzled, so the wise master continued. The hypothesis of a collective unconscious belongs to the class of ideas that people at first find strange, but soon come to possess and use as familiar conceptions. This has happened with the concept of the unconscious in general. A more or less superficial layer of the unconscious is undoubtedly personal. I call it the personal unconscious. But this personal unconscious rests upon a deeper layer, which does not derive from personal experience and is not a personal acquisition, but is inborn. This deeper layer I call the collective unconscious. I have chosen the term collective because this part of the unconscious is not individual, but universal. In contrast to the personal psyche, it has contents and modes of behavior that are more or less the same everywhere and in all individuals. The contents of the collective unconscious are known as archetypes. So far as the collective unconscious contents are concerned, we are dealing with archaic, or I would say primordial types, that is, with universal images that have existed since the remotest times. The student said, "In a way, the unconscious reveals itself to the conscious mind in images. It is a primitive mental image inherited from the earliest human ancestors, present in the collective unconscious." Then he added, surprised by his own discovery, "Actually, every response I give to the environment and the way I behave are the expressions of an archetype." The wise master replied, "Archetypes are the living system of reactions and aptitudes that determine the individual's life in invisible ways." What other types of archetype exist? The student asked curiously. The wise master knew many archetypes, but he enumerated only a few, the primary ones: the father, the mother, the child, the sage, the hero, the trickster, and the maiden. The student thought for a while and then said, "I think I often exhibit the archetype of a child. I want to have a happy life by keeping faith and optimism. I want to stay young and free. I am impulsive and creative, but also dependent and stubborn. Maybe sometimes I'm a bit naive and romantic." After a while, the student added, "Master, and you are the sage, the wise one who gives advice. You see through the world by your intuitive eyes and use analytic language to interpret the world. You are confident and in control. You believe that the truth will set everyone free. The wise master and the student continued walking in a silence. Then the student said, "So archetypes are transcendent in nature. They are similar in patterns that can be found through time and space. It is illustrated in world cultures by their similarities in myth and legends." "And dreams," the wise master added. "This is the secret of dreams, that we do not dream, but rather we are dreamt. We are the object of the dream, not its maker."